It all started in Bangkok, under the bright lights of the biggest Muay Thai stadium in Thailand. The crowd was electric, the air heavy with sweat and excitement. Everyone was here for one reason: Somchai, the Tiger Prakarn, the undefeated Muay Thai legend. Muscles like steel, eyes like fire. No one had ever dared to beat him. But tonight, he wasn't here to fight. He was here to speak. Filipinos? Somchai sneered, his voice cutting through the noise. The arena went quiet. They are too soft. They cannot fight like real warriors. Gasps spread through the crowd. Some Filipino fans whispered in anger. Others clenched their fists. On social media, videos of his mocking words went viral instantly. From the back of the crowd, a young man stepped forward. Marco "Lightning" Santos. Only 23, lean, fast, and hungry for a fight. He locked eyes with Somchai. "I may be young. I may be Filipino," Marco said, voice calm but firm. "But soft? You are about to see who is really soft. Let's fight!" A hush fell over the stadium. Somchai laughed, cold and cruel. "This will be over in seconds. You won't even get up." Marco smiled, a tiny smirk that hid the fire inside. "We'll see about that." The crowd erupted in whispers. Could this young Filipino really take on the legendary Tiger of Thailand? Nobody knew, but one thing was certain. The fight of a lifetime was about to begin. Who will train harder? Will Marco survive the first round? And what shocking tactics will Somchai use to crush him? The next morning, Bangkok was quiet, but Marco's mind was not. He walked through the narrow streets, every step heavy with determination. People stared. Everyone knew Somchai the Tiger was not just any fighter. He was a legend, but Marco didn't care. He had a plan. Marco entered his small gym, where the air smelled of sweat, leather, and iron. Old punching bags swayed, shadows dancing on the walls. His coach, a grizzled veteran named Lito, looked at him with a mix of concern and pride. "You really want to do this?" Lito asked. "I have to," Marco replied. "He insulted my country, he insulted me, and no one makes a fool of a Filipino and walks away." Training began at sunrise. Marco ran through the streets, his feet slapping against the hot pavement. He lifted weights until his arms shook. He sparred tirelessly, taking hits, learning to block, dodge, and strike faster than ever. Every day, every hour, he pushed harder. Pain became a friend. Exhaustion became fuel. Meanwhile, Somchai wasn't waiting either. The Tiger trained in a luxury gym, surrounded by fans and cameras. His punches were lightning fast, his kicks precise. He laughed as he imagined the fight. "The Filipino boy will be nothing. Just a warm-up for me." But Marco had something Somchai didn't expect: heart courage. The fire of a fighter who refused to back down. Every night, Marco visualized the fight. He imagined Somchai mocking him, imagining his defeat. And then, he imagined the moment he would shock the world. Days turned into nights. Nights turned into weeks. The tension grew. Social media exploded with debates. Can a Filipino beat the Thai legend? Impossible. He might surprise us. The world was watching, and Marco was ready. The arena lights. The first round, the bell rings. Who will land the first blow? And what shocking move will leave the audience gasping? The night of the fight finally arrived. The stadium was packed. Thousands of fans screamed, lights flashing, cameras rolling. The energy was electric, so thick you could almost taste it. Somchai the Tiger walked into the arena first. His every step was full of confidence, almost arrogance. He raised his arms, letting the crowd cheer. He was a king in his territory. Then Marco stepped in. His muscles tensed, eyes focused, heart pounding, but his face calm. The Filipino fans erupted in cheers, waving flags, chanting his name. Marco raised a fist, acknowledging them, but never breaking his focus on Somchai. The bell rang. Round one. Somchai attacked first, a blur of fists and elbows, lightning fast. Marco barely dodged, feeling the rush of wind as Somchai's punch smashed past him. The crowd gasped. "He's fast, too fast," whispered some. But Marco had a secret. He wasn't trying to match Somchai blow for blow. He moved like water, slipping, sliding, dodging, countering when the Tiger overcommitted. Each strike Marco landed was precise. Each block saved him from serious damage. Then it happened. Somchai, confident, threw a spinning kick, meant to end the fight instantly. The crowd leaned in. Time seemed to slow. But Marco, he didn't panic. He ducked, rolled, and came up behind Somchai with a lightning jab to the ribs. The stadium went silent for a heartbeat. Even Somchai paused, stunned. "What?" he muttered, eyes wide. Marco smiled just a little. "Soft? Let's see who's soft now." The fight escalated. Somchai became more aggressive, desperate to show his dominance. But Marco didn't falter. Every strike Somchai threw, Marco had a counter. Every powerful kick, Marco had a dodge. It was like watching a dance, deadly, elegant, shocking. By the end of round one, the crowd was on their feet. Even Somchai's fans were whispering in disbelief. This young Filipino was not just surviving, he was making the legend look ordinary. Round 2 is coming. Somchai grows furious. Marco has a secret technique he hasn't used yet. Who will land the next game-changing blow? And what shocking twist will leave the entire stadium speechless? Round 2 began. The bell rang, sharp and loud. Somchai's face was red with fury. He had never been challenged like this before. Every instinct screamed that Marco was just a boy. Too small, too young, too soft. But Marco wasn't backing down. Somchai lunged with a series of elbows, each one faster than lightning. The crowd held their breath. Many thought this would be the end, but Marco moved like a shadow, slipping through each attack, landing quick jabs to Somchai's ribs and chin. Somchai's eyes widened. Impossible, he muttered under his breath. Then it happened. Marco saw an opening, a tiny mistake Somchai made while spinning for a high kick. Marco remembered his coach Lito's words, "Patience, boy. Wait for the moment, strike like thunder." In one flash, Marco ducked, spun, and delivered a crushing knee strike to Somchai's midsection. The stadium shook with gasps. Somchai staggered back, eyes wide, mouth open. No one had ever hit him like that. Not even close. The crowd exploded. Filipino fans screamed. Thai fans sat frozen, unsure what they had just witnessed. The Tiger, undefeated for years, had been rocked by a young Filipino. Somchai recovered quickly, rage burning in his eyes. He launched a flurry of attacks, harder than before, but Marco didn't panic. Every dodge, every counter, every strike showed one thing. Marco wasn't just fighting with skill, he was fighting with heart. Then a moment no one expected. Somchai attempted a spinning elbow, a move that usually ended fights instantly. But Marco, anticipating it perfectly, caught Somchai's arm mid-air and twisted it, sending Somchai stumbling forward. The arena went silent. Even the commentators were speechless. Marco whispered under his breath almost to himself, "This is for my country, for every Filipino who's been told we're soft. The final round is coming." Somchai is furious. Will Marco's endurance hold? Will the Tiger strike back with a secret move? And who will walk out of the arena victorious? The shocking ending will leave everyone speechless. The final round began. The bell rang like thunder. Somchai's eyes burned with fury. He had underestimated Marco, and now the young Filipino had the crowd on his side. The Tiger's pride was at stake. Somchai charged with everything he had, fists flying, elbows slicing the air. Every strike was meant to end the fight. This time, he wouldn't allow a mistake. But Marco was ready. He moved with calm precision, dodging, weaving, countering. The crowd was on the edge of their seats. Every punch, every kick, every move was followed with wide-eyed shock. People whispered, shouted, and held their breath. This was no ordinary fight. Then came the moment. Somchai, growing reckless, went for his signature spinning kick, the one that had defeated countless opponents. The stadium gasped. Time slowed. Marco smiled. He had been waiting for this moment all along. With lightning speed, he stepped aside, grabbed Somchai's leg mid-spin, and used his momentum to flip the Tiger onto the mat. The arena erupted. The crowd couldn't believe their eyes. Somchai, the undefeated Muay Thai legend, lay stunned on the floor. Marco stood tall, chest heaving, sweat dripping, eyes blazing with determination. The referee counted. 1, 2. Somchai struggled but couldn't regain his footing. 3. The bell rang. Marco had done it. The impossible had happened. The crowd went wild. Filipino fans screamed, waved flags, cried tears of joy. Somchai looked up at Marco, disbelief written across his face. Slowly, he nodded, a silent respect passing between them. Marco raised his fists, not in arrogance, but in pride. He had proven that heart, courage, and determination were stronger than arrogance and reputation. The legend had been humbled, the Filipino had risen, and the world watched, speechless. What will happen to Somchai after this loss? Will Marco inspire a new generation of fighters? And could this be the start of a rivalry that will change Muay Thai forever? The arena was still buzzing hours after the fight ended. News cameras, reporters, and fans crowded around Marco. Phones recorded every moment, clips going viral across the world. Social media exploded. Hashtags trended. You Filipino fighter, Marco Lightning, Tiger falls. Marco, drenched in sweat, stood quietly. He didn't boast, he didn't gloat. He simply smiled and raised a hand for his fans. This was bigger than him. This was about proving that courage and heart could overcome even the greatest odds. Somchai, once the undefeated Tiger, walked over to Marco. Silence fell. The crowd held its breath. Then Somchai extended his hand. "You have my respect," Somchai said, voice low but sincere. "I underestimated you. You are no soft Filipino. You are a true warrior." The crowd erupted again. Even his fiercest fans cheered. It was a moment of mutual respect, of legends meeting heart and courage. A moment no one would forget. Later, Marco's video clips went viral worldwide. Millions watched the young Filipino defeat a legend. Children, teens, and even adults were inspired. Martial arts gyms in the Philippines saw new students sign up overnight. Marco had become a symbol, a reminder that determination and belief could shatter expectations. Back home, Marco trained again, but now not just for himself. He trained to inspire others, to show that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, soft or weak is never a destiny. It's a choice. And somewhere in Thailand, Somchai trained too. Humbler, sharper, knowing that legends could fall, but respect and honor always rise. The world had witnessed something unforgettable. A Filipino had faced the tiger and left everyone speechless. The fight may be over, but the story doesn't end here. Will Marco defend his title? Will a new rival challenge him? And who else will rise from the shadows to shake the world of Muay Thai? Weeks passed, but the fight remained everywhere. Commentators called it the greatest upset in Muay Thai history. Fans around the world shared their shock, disbelief, and admiration. Marco returned home to a hero's welcome. Streets were filled with cheering crowds, waving flags, chanting his name. Children wore tiny gloves, pretending to dodge invisible kicks, shouting, "I will be like Marco!" Parents and teachers spoke of courage, discipline, and honor. Marco's victory had become more than a fight. It was a symbol. But Marco didn't stop there. He visited gyms, inspired young fighters, and shared his story. He trained harder, learning new techniques, refining his skills, and teaching others that heart mattered more than muscle. Every punch, every kick, every sweat-drenched hour in the gym became a lesson in courage and determination. Somchai, back in Thailand, reflected on his defeat. The tiger's pride had been shaken, but something else had grown. Respect. He sent a message to Marco, inviting him to a friendly rematch, not to prove dominance, but to honor the fight they had shared. The world watched, captivated. The Filipino who had once been mocked as soft had not only survived, but had rewritten the story of Muay Thai. He proved that skill, courage, and heart could defy even the greatest legends. And as Marco stood in front of cheering fans, holding his fists high, he whispered quietly, "Never let anyone tell you you are too small, too soft, or not enough. Believe, fight, and shock the world." The crowd erupted, the lights flashed, and the world remembered one simple truth. Legends are made not just by skill, but by courage, heart, and the refusal to give up. The story of Marco Lightning Santos would echo for generations, and anyone who doubted, they were left speechless. Wow, what a story. Marco Lightning Santos showed us that courage, determination, and heart can defy even the greatest odds. From being underestimated to leaving the legend speechless, this fight is a reminder that anything is possible if you believe in yourself. If you enjoyed this journey and the lessons it brings, stay tuned. We've got more incredible stories from the world of strength, courage, and unexpected victories coming your way. Remember, it's not just about winning. It's about the fight, the journey, and the heart behind it. Thanks for watching Philippines Wealth Chronicles, where we bring you stories that inspire, challenge, and leave you amazed.